There are a variety of distressed and aged type effects that you can create. It always helps if you can start out with a distressed typeface sold by some type foundries. Here are some techniques to try if you don't have access to such typefaces. To create the appearance of distressed, imprinted type, I've used variations of this technique before. First, create the type. Duplicate the text layer and render it. Next, I'll save a snapshot of the state so we can return each time we start a new effect. Next, apply a texturizer filter. You can experiment with any of these options. And then experiment with the various blend modes. I usually select the darken mode, as this takes off the glints and seems to look most natural. To add a random faded effect, I do the following. Add a layer mask to the rendered type layer. Set the foreground and background colors to black and white, and run the standard Clouds filter. Choose Filter, Render, Clouds. To have different areas be distressed at random, type Command or Control F a few times until you like the effect. And this is what the layer mask looks like. The white and black areas of the mask show or hide areas of the type on the corresponding image layer. Finally, reduce the layer's opacity overall. Or bring back detail from the underlying layer. And this is a before and after view of this very subtle refinement. And on to some other examples. Here are some other options to explore for altering the type outlines. First, try the filters in the Distort collection of filters. The glass filter is an excellent texturizer of type. Then set the layer mode to darken or multiply, as this removes the white areas evident in the effect. The ripple filters are another natural choice. Finally, also check out the Displace filter. This filter uses another image called a displacement map to determine how an object is distorted. Let me show you how that works. Photoshop ships with several texture and displacement maps that you can use directly, or you can even create your own. Soft linear grain is a ready-made texture image that you can use in various texture effects and filters. And it's a grayscale image with a certain pattern of black and white tone. Back to the type layer. I'll run the Displace filter contained in the Distort menu. Using the soft linear grain image as a displacement or texture map. At the top, enter a scale of displacement. In this case, I'll enter a non-proportional set for greater impact. In the event that the displacement map doesn't match the image in dimensions, you can either resize the map to fit or tile it. Select Repeat Edge Pixels to define undefined areas in terms of how they're handled. Next, I'll choose the soft linear grain image that we just saw. And the type is displaced using the black, white, and gray areas of the map. You can further roughen the edges by choosing the Dissolve Layer Blend mode. And this affects the less than solid areas of the black text or its edges. The displacement maps that ship with Photoshop live in the Plugins folder. Click on the name of a map to see a small preview at left. The maps themselves are very small images and are intended to be tiled. First, select the displacement values. And then choose the map for displacement. I'll choose the same one so we can compare the results. This was the tile or map, and these are the results when used inside of a displacement filter. And that was an overview of distressing type outlines.